Hello everyone and welcome back to Motive English. Today we are going to explore one of the greatest books ever written about success and mindset, a timeless guide that has inspired millions of people around the world. That book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is one of the most famous books about success, money, and personal growth, but it is not a boring book about numbers. It is actually a guide full of stories, lessons, and inspiration. Hill spent more than 20 years studying successful people like Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and many others, and he asked himself one simple but important question: what do these people do differently that makes them so rich and effective? The result of his long research is this book, which shows us that the secret of success begins not in the wallet, but in the mind. Hill says that every big achievement starts with a thought. Thoughts are like seeds, and if you plant them carefully and water them every day, they can grow into trees of success. But if you plant weeds, or if you forget to care for the seed, then nothing good will come. Many people wait for luck, but Hill laughs at that idea and says luck is only another word for preparation meeting opportunity. If you are ready and if you believe, then when the chance comes, you can grab it. If you are not ready, the chance will just wave at you and run away to someone else. The first principle of success is desire. Hill calls it a burning desire, and he does not mean the kind of desire you have for a slice of pizza. He means a strong and clear goal that makes you wake up in the morning with energy. If you want to be rich, you must decide exactly how much money you want, by when, and what you will give in return. This sounds funny, but it is true, because the universe does not give gifts for free. You must offer work, service, or value, and then you will receive your reward. Without a clear desire, you are like a boat without a compass, moving in circles and getting nowhere. The second principle is faith. Faith is not sitting on the sofa and waiting for miracles. It is believing so strongly in your dream that you act with confidence. Hill says that faith can be built by repeating positive words to yourself every day, which is called autosuggestion. If you keep telling your brain that you are strong, that you are capable, and that you are successful, your brain will finally believe you, and once your brain believes, your actions will follow. Some people think this is silly, but think about it. We already repeat negative things to ourselves, so why not repeat positive ones instead? The third principle is specialized knowledge. General knowledge is nice. You can impress your friends at dinner with trivia, but it will not make you rich. Specialized knowledge is what makes you valuable, because it is knowledge that can solve a problem or create a service. You do not need to know everything, you just need to know something useful, and you can also build a team with people who know other things. That is why Hill introduces the idea of the mastermind, which is a group of people who share knowledge, support each other, and create more together than they could alone. The fourth principle is imagination. Every great invention started first in the imagination of a person. Airplanes, light bulbs, telephones, even social media, all were once only pictures in someone's mind. Hill explains that imagination is the workshop of the mind, and he says there are two kinds. One is synthetic imagination, which combines old ideas into new forms, like mixing bread and meat to create a sandwich. The other is creative imagination, which brings completely new ideas that never existed before, like flying in the sky like a bird. Both are important, and both can help you build a dream into reality. The fifth principle is organized planning. Dreams without plans are like cars without wheels. They look nice, but they do not move. Hill says you must write your plan, start acting, and change the plan if it does not work, but never change the goal. Some people spend years waiting for the perfect plan, but Hill jokes that the perfect plan does not exist, and action is always better than waiting. If the plan fails, make another one, and if that fails, make another one again. The person who keeps planning and acting will finally reach the finish line, while the person who keeps waiting will still be sitting on the sofa. The sixth principle is decision. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, while unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them quickly. This means you must stop hesitating, stop asking everyone for permission, and learn to trust yourself. If you keep waiting for perfect certainty, you will never move, because life never gives 100% guarantees. Every decision carries risk, but not deciding is also a risk, and usually a bigger one. The seventh principle is persistence. Hill tells many stories about people who were close to success but gave up too soon, like the man who stopped digging only 1 meter away from gold. He says the difference between winners and losers is often just one more try. When problems come, you must push through, because persistence is like muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. If you stop at the first difficulty, you will never taste victory, but if you keep going, you may be surprised at how close success was all along. The eighth principle is the power of the subconscious mind. Hill explains that the subconscious is like a secret garden where your repeated thoughts grow. If you feed it positive images, confidence, and goals, it will guide you toward them. If you feed it fear, doubt, and worry, it will also guide you, but in the wrong direction. The subconscious does not argue. It just accepts what you give it, so you must be careful about the thoughts you repeat. The ninth principle is the brain. Hill says the brain is both a receiver and a sender of ideas, almost like a radio station. This was a funny idea when he first wrote it, but today we understand that the brain really does connect with others through communication and influence. If you fill your mind with powerful thoughts, you will attract powerful ideas, and if you connect with other strong minds, your ideas will grow faster. The 10th principle is the sixth sense. Hill admits that this principle is mysterious, but he believes that when you practice all the other habits, you develop an inner voice or intuition that guides you. Sometimes you just know when to move or when to stop. And Hill says this is the sixth sense, which can become stronger with experience and faith. Finally, Hill warns us about the 6 basic fears that stop people from success. These are fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of loss of love, fear of old age, and fear of death. He says that most people are prisoners of these fears, and that is why they never act. The solution is to face the fears with faith, persistence, and action. Once you realize that fear is only a state of mind, you become free to chase your goals. Think and Grow Rich is not only about money, it is about building a rich life. Hill teaches that success is not an accident, it is a formula. You need a burning desire, strong faith, positive autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, creative imagination, organized planning, quick decisions, endless persistence, support from a mastermind group, control of your subconscious, a trained brain, a developed sixth sense, and the courage to overcome fear. If you put these together, you will not only grow rich in money, but also in confidence, happiness, and meaning. The book is also fun because Hill tells many stories. He talks about Henry Ford, who kept believing in his idea of a car for ordinary people even when experts laughed at him. He tells about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, but never called it failure, only experiments. These stories remind us that successful people are not superhuman. They are simply humans who refuse to give up. The main lesson of Think and Grow Rich is that the mind is the greatest power. If you think you can, and if you think you cannot, you are right too. It may sound like magic, but it is actually logic, because your thoughts control your actions, and your actions create your results. If you fill your head with doubt, you will not act, and nothing will change. If you fill your head with belief, you will act, and step-by-step life will open doors. Think and Grow Rich is still popular today because it speaks to everyone. Whether you are a student, a worker, an artist, or a business person, the principles are the same. Success is not about luck, family name, or magic. It is about habits, choices, and persistence. Hill gives us hope, but he also gives us responsibility. He says you are the master of your fate, and you cannot blame others forever. If you want to change your life, you must first change your mind. In the end, Think and Grow Rich is a book about possibility. It invites us to dream big, to laugh at fear, to use our imagination, and to work every day with joy. It teaches that money is nice, but the greatest wealth is in growing as a person and in living with purpose. Hill reminds us that everyone has the power to become rich in their own way, if they are willing to think, to believe, and to act. So remember, the main lesson of Think and Grow Rich is simple but powerful. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions create your future. Believe in yourself, keep going, and never stop growing. Until next time, this is Motive English wishing you success in both wealth and life.